everyone, and welcome back to Mrs. Mess Hall. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make this delicious lemon blueberry pound cake. So let's get started. First, you are going to need 4 ounces of cream cheese and 1/3 cup of butter. And you want to make sure that these are softened, because if you overmix cream cheese, it's going to get tough and your cake is going to be a lot denser and not as soft as you would like. So while we're creaming that, we're going to go ahead and get our eggs ready. You're going to need 3 whole eggs and 1 egg white. So once you have your eggs ready, we're going to go ahead and zest a lemon. And when you're zesting a lemon, you want to roll the lemon down the zester. This prevents you from getting the white pithy part of the peel, and that's the bitter part. You only want the yellow part of the lemon. So now we got our mixture creaming. We're gonna go to, of course, scrape the sides of the bowl and let it cream for maybe like 1 more minute. And you really want the mixture to be light and fluffy. And once we've got that consistency that we want, we're gonna go ahead and add our eggs and with the lemon zest and the almond extract in that. Once that's mixed together, again, we're gonna go scrape the bowl down. You really want to make sure that you do this well, guys, because if you don't, you're going to get your butter and your cream cheese stuck to the sides of the bowl, and it's not all going to be incorporated together. Now we're going to go ahead and measure out our dry ingredients. So you got 3 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. Then you need some lemon yogurt for this recipe. I just chose a cup of this lemon yogurt. I've never heard of it before, but it actually turned out pretty well. I'm not a big yogurt eater, so I was trying not to gag the entire time while doing this. So next we're gonna alternate between our flour and our yogurt. So once you add your flour and it's relatively mixed in, then you're gonna add 1/3 of your yogurt, and then back to 1/3 of flour, 1/3 of yogurt, until you've combined everything together and you used all your ingredients. So your batter should be very fluffy, you see that? And we're gonna add our 2 cups of blueberries, and you gently wanna fold this in. You don't wanna break up your blueberries because it's really gonna take away from the color of the batter. So you wanna carefully fold those blueberries in and keep them, as whole and intact as possible. So for this cake, I'm using this mini bundt cake pan that my husband got me, and I've been trying to figure out something to use this with, so I was so excited to use these. But you can bake cupcakes. This would just be good as one big bundt cake, or even just a loaf pan. It can go in whatever you have. But of course, with that in mind, the bigger the pan that you have, so if you're making, one big bundt cake, it's going to take longer to bake. The bigger the pan that you have, the thicker the dough ends up being, and just the longer it takes to bake. So of course you can do the classic toothpick in the center of the cake, and once it comes away clean, your cakes are good to go. And honestly, guys, let me tell you, there is nothing worse than a dried out cake. So you really want to make sure you're watching your cake, you're rotating it once it's in the oven, and you pull it as soon as it's ready. That will ensure that you've got a really moist and delicious dessert. So now I'm making a lemon glaze for this cake. So it's just powdered sugar, lemon juice from 1 lemon, and some heavy cream. And this is honestly to die for when you have just a simple flavor dessert. You don't want something, you don't want buttercream on this cake. It's really gonna that would really take away from the light flavor of this cake. So just a light glaze on the top of this cake is really what's gonna enhance the flavor. So once your cakes are out of the oven, you want to put it on a cooling rack just until they're well enough to handle, and then you flip it. And while the cakes are still warm, we're gonna double glaze these. So dip it once, let it sit on your cooling rack and have the glaze run down it, and then dip it again. And you get that real perfect shine to these cakes and, you know, bakery quality glaze on that. So thanks for watching my video, guys. Please subscribe to my channel if you thought this video was fun, and if you're gonna try making these cakes, put a comment in the link or share the photo on my Facebook page. I'd love to see what you guys are doing and if this video inspires you.